Now, I want to bring your attention to a clip that I came across online. This week, which has now been watched almost 2.5 million times. And although it could be dismissed as a one-off from just one woman, I just can't help but suspect that it is a signpost to potentially horrific social change of which we just need to be aware. It features a sex therapist who works for the Keystone State of Pennsylvania in America, which describes itself as proudly founded in 1681 as a place of tolerance and freedom. Now, don't get me wrong, tolerance, coexisting with people who are causing no harm but are not like us, is good. Freedom, if we mean being the architects of our own destiny as far as possible, that is also, of course, good. But I fear that the clip I'm about to show you might be the start of an insidious creep towards the normalizing of sexual contact with children. Have a listen.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture.
There's a reason for that. Now, when this lady talks about minor attracted persons, what she means is paedophiles. The Latin derivation of that word, of course, is phil, to love, and pede, child. But, of course, as we know, there is no love involved in the damaging behaviours which we quite rightly deem criminal. She goes on, understanding and a system which manages or contains these people and blaming others for judging them or trying to make us feel guilty for rejecting in the harshest terms such horrific acts.
We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves, and this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Do you see? Do you see where this is going? You may think a minor attracted person is wrong because they are not the same as you, but everyone has rights. There's no such thing as good or bad anymore, just a murky moral relativity in which you don't have a right to judge someone who is different to you. Funnily enough, I think we need a very clear, firm line in the sand when it comes to the sexual interference of children. Successful civilizations are built upon the protection of the next generation. A society which does not pride itself on keeping kids happy and safe is one which is heading for annihilation. Sexual assault.
Just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are.
So there she's trying to humanize.
Today, I want to talk about minor attracted persons.
Minor attracted, that means pedophile.
Most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them, and those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population.
Some groups of people need to be marginalized, like rapists, murderers, pedophiles. I mean, if you're having sex with kids, you should be vilified, right? It's the reason why these people walking around with monitoring devices. It's the reason why these people are taking castration drugs. They can't help it. They harm kids.
I am a pedophile. I'm not a monster.
What age groups are you attracted to?
I would say it probably starts about 4 super-powered kids, who are able to consent.
Hi guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So MAPS, or minor attracted people, aka pedophiles, they're trying to insert themselves into the LGBTQ community, basically claiming that they did not choose their sexuality, they did not choose to be attracted to literal children, so therefore they deserve our support, they should be normalized, and we should treat them with respect. And this isn't anything new. Pedophiles have been around trying to rebrand themselves as MAPS for a while now. Many even call themselves totally harmless and even virtuous in some cases if they are not pro-contact, which we'll get into all of that. Before we get into this, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. A lot of really woke people from the left like to say, you know what, you're just using this as an excuse to hate on the LGBTQ community, right? You claim that you care about children and none of you guys act to another man. Progress that has been made.
And I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons.
I believe the word that you are looking for.
I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
Well, here's another video and opinion that you didn't ask for that you're gonna get. Behind me is a flag that a lot of people were getting confused with the LGBTQ flag, but it really is a MAPS flag, which stands for Minor Attracted Persons. Now, this flag is supposed to represent a group of people that have a pedophilia brain, but haven't acted on those thoughts. Now, spare me. I know this woman's TED Talk is old.
Okay, I'm glad that you asked because I finally found the image that I was looking for earlier. This here is the flag that I was talking about. This disgusting, vile creation that someone decided to whip up. Rape sexual, only attracted to involuntary and non-consenting partners. And just a quick reminder, this is the pedo flag. This flag is for MAPS, Minor Attracted People, aka pedophiles. These are in no way, shape, or form a sexuality.
Lately I've been doing some deep dive investigating and
I like kids better than people. How old are you? 18.
Pink is girls, blue is boys, and yellow and white is innocence.
Innocence?
News this year, we're on the streets to ask people, do they know what this flag is?
Maybe something with the LGBT? Well, when I first look at it, it looks very similar to like the pansexual flag.
Rainbow flag?
Maybe pan?
It's like a remixed pride flag or something?
So it's a flag for pedophiles.
I can see why it was trending then, because that's very controversial.
There is actually a professor at Old Dominion University who is trying to rebrand pedophilia because he says it has a criminal stigma to it.
Alan Walker said the word pedophile shouldn't be used to refer to people who are attracted to children because it comes with a stigma.
Only one person's guessed this meaning of this flag.
People that like kids? Whoever said that they knew it was, that's us.
A recent Supreme Court ruling on same-sex marriage may soon allow pedophiles to argue they are suffering discrimination. Using the same tactics used by gay rights activists, pedophiles have begun to seek similar status, arguing their desire for children is a sexual orientation no different than heterosexual or homosexuals, writes Jack Miner for the Northern Colorado Gazette. Miner notes that psychiatrists are now beginning to advocate redefining pedophilia in the same way homosexuality was redefined several years ago. Homosexuality was long considered a mental illness. However, in 1973, the American Psychiatric Association declassified it from a list of mental disorders.
There's no cure for pedophilia, Charlie, because pedophilia isn't a sickness. Let's be absolute.
Our children. So are you telling Roy
If you're at Pride and you see anybody with this flag, understand you have to.
I'm so glad that video.
Some people have been speaking about this and some haven't, but I don't think that this news has got enough coverage. So Scotland has renamed paedophiles as minor attracted people.
No.
Minor.
I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me on this because yikes.
Today I want to talk about minor attracted persons.
She's talking about pedophiles, but please continue.
We're not going to call them that. We're going to call them MAPs. No. Minor attracted persons. No. So don't judge people just because they want to have sex with a 5-year-old.
Don't judge people just because they want to have sex with a 5-year-old.